Welcome back,
we are
the
the
Grin
Grin Brothers,
Brothers, we're playing
continuing our playthrough of
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
I like how we're like in sync but saying different things. Like, oh god.
Yeah, I think we were yellow for a long time.
We have been yellow for a while now.
Yeah,
we
that
are
was
green.
because we had colour lock on.
It doesn't actually work though, does it?
It apparently was because we were yellow for a long time.
You sure
And it's
does.
like we should have changed colour.
Ravenous Octomore. Doesn't look very threatening so far.
Also, to be fair, you can't get... I think you can get pink, but you can't get red in the story mode.
I prefer the pink.
Red was introduced afterwards.
I prefer the pink
If I
anyway.
remember correctly, this is actually a very fun boss fight.
Oh my god!
That's how you just get done.
Oh, that's pretty
Yes,
cool.
I just used a splat bomb to hurt this
First
guy.
bomb.
First bomb.
Kind of disgusting.
So, as Rafi noted, upon walking in, we now have litter picks in the room. More than, you know, my own personal litter pick.
Yeah, it's cheaper made of metal now.
Basically, with my local village conservation group, I am organising a litter pick.
I'm not quite sure how the ink guns have enough power to break through the metal. There must be some
Now,
pretty...
this I actually do like as a boss fight. The boss is a nice design, it's a nice concept that was easy to figure out.
It looks like something you'd keep as a pet. It actually reminds me of something.
Rafi, what pets have you had?
Adorable one. Don't let him eat you. What actually happens if he eats you? Is it just instant death? Wow, he got stuck on his teeth. I guess.
Oh, and now we have to deal with this.
What? Oh my god! Why doesn't he just do that normally?
I don't know, because it's a very effective strategy.
Seems far more efficient than this.
Oh, that's cheeky.
Not really. He kind of showed off that he had to put his teeth in the central position.
There we go.
Oh, that's quick.
But yeah, I'm basically organising a litter pick. I mean, it's a litter pick we have every year, which I've never really organised before, but this year we're able to coincide it with Clean for the Queen, which is basically...
My rappers create clean songs of their previous songs for the Queen.
Because we're a monarchy and whatnot, we're celebrating the Queen's 90th birthday by cleaning up the place.
She's pretty good at living, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, and if her secret is to be surrounded by corgis.
Oh, she is surrounded by... That's actually a life you'd love to live. She's surrounded by corgis all the time.
Yeah.
And I believe she has I think it's a secret love for Labradors.
More
But they're more destructive, so she has to keep them in a separate house rather than the palace.
Sounds about right.
Wow, Agent 3, you're pretty good at this.
Better than I expected.
Just keep it up until you find the great zapfish.
No, don't tell me what to do. Are you forgetting about cat and cuttlefish? Grr.
Who's there?
Grr. Oh, territory.
Ah, the bad guy. Hey, you give us back the great zapfish.
And the cat and two. Don't forget him. All territory belongs to me, you know, so do you mind kind of backing up a bit? And seriously, quit butting in our radio communications.
Hey, Agent 3, do something about this guy. Quick!
No!
We're just gonna laze about here, wherever we are.
I'm not doing what you tell me to do. I do what I want to do.
Rafi, you never do what you want to do, otherwise you wouldn't be here recording with me.
No, I want to play this game. It's entertaining. Unfortunately, it means I have to deal with you as well. Alright. In a word...
You just like immediately throw up.
It's just immediate disgust at having to use gyro.
You must be so grateful that Star Fox Zero apparently has non-gyro based controls as an option. I mean, for me, it's disappointing that they apparently will give you an option there in an odd
So
sense.
happy.
It
It should always be an option, though.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like that's the entire reason this game was being made. Like, it's not a case of, oh, we need to make a sequel to this game. It's a case of, oh, let's think of this cool game idea. Oh, this would actually fit into the game.
I jumped.
I kind of think that's how quite a few of the Nintendo games work, except for their more regular ones, such as, say, Mario Kart, which is more, we've got this game, we need to bring a new innovation.
We get a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the lesser, Nintendo's lesser selling games, it's a matter of thinking of an idea that they can actually make something interesting out of. But for the more popular ones, it kind of feels more like a mandatory thing.
Yeah. We can throw 3 before running out now.
But it's not always the case. For instance, Donkey Kong Country, for instance. Well, the Donkey Kong series, for instance. Oh yeah, the dogs are still outside, aren't they?
Dogs, shush.
During the game, after Rare left, Nintendo just basically said, let's do as many wacky ideas with Donkey Kong as possible.
Well, there's an octopus rock.
Yeah. And as a result, we got Donkey Konga series, DK King of the Swing, although I'm a little annoyed that was apparently supposed to be a Clue Land game. Until they decided, A, let's use Donkey Kong.
Hey, let's use a Donkey Kong!
And Donkey Kong Jungle Bee and such. I am really annoyed that the Taito Drum series did not start off on the GameCube. The one system which had an accessory which was a pair of drums. But no, it apparently started on the PS2.
That's the point.
Which last time I checked didn't have drums.
Point of this.
I don't know.
Oh.
There. I think it's low.
I can tell.
Let's see. Although I think we kind of really discussed playing about Donkey Kong during our Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze playthrough, which you should all give a watch. It's the highest quality of videos.
It's terrible. Oh. Didn't even mean to. 22, is that right?
Oh my gosh, yes! That is weird.
Should I...
Yes. We're only 7 minutes in.
Didn't even wait for me to ask the question. I'm going to say, did you want me to explore?
Oh.
Oh, we're yellow again. What's the matter with yellow?
It's just we've been doing it all the time. It's like, we need something fresh, man.
We need pink. Dog, shut up.
I'm going to go get the dogs in.
Sure.
So you entertain everyone.
Oh my god, I didn't even mean to do that.
You entertain everyone for a while.
That's a terrible idea.
I know!
No, I have to squid up here. Ha! Sorry, he got attacked by a cat, so I laughed at him. Well, I've already talked about Pokemon Super Dungeon Mystery Game, so I don't know if there's much point talking more about that. Right, I can probably do a thing about that at some point. You can't. Inkzuka to the left, Bubbler to the right. I guess I'll go this. So, no, that's got it.
Yeah, all 3 of the dogs just came in at once.
That's nice of them. Oh, there's more enemies than expected.
Yes.
He's dead. Oh,
yes.
My shield's out.
Let's see, things to talk about. I'm not sure anyone really wants to hear my update on my job situation, but for anyone who's actually watched Legend of K, first off, we apologise. You will not, however, be reimbursed for the suffering that was caused by watching our Legend of K playthrough.
We had to suffer playing it, you have to suffer watching it.
Yes, exactly.
By the way, for people that didn't, we don't like that game.
Yeah, that summed it up pretty well.
Ow, stop it. It was disappointment incarnate, and that's impressive, because I thought I was disappointing. That game takes disappointing to a whole new level.
What are you doing?
Looking for a scroll.
Okay.
Why did they just have 2 random Ferris wheels here?
I don't know, maybe they're like Ferris wheels!
Yeah, but it's not
Have
even
you ever thought about that?
It's not a theme park anymore here. Unless their theme is
Unless
giant...
they're transporting it to a theme park, and they just got lazy and decided to put it down for a while.
place kind of makes me think of a cell. With these giant floaty orbs, I don't know why.
That's an interesting case for a cell.
The mitochondria.
My cell is a Ferris wheel.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
What?
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
What's a
Mitochondria. I think that's how you say it. It's the powerhouse of the cell.
What? What are you talking about?
Science! This is like elementary school science. The mitochondria.
There is no
mitochondria. M-I-T-O-C-H-O.
Again, you know how bad my science lessons were?
You had to learn about the mitochondria. Everyone learned about the mitochondria.
I've never even heard of a mitochondria, yo.
You're not even saying it right, that's why.
Mitochondria. Sounds like a horrible disease.
I don't actually know how to say it, so...
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Wow, that's sad. Google it.
And again, my science lessons were terrible. All the teacher talked about was about how she was apparently auditioned for a Bond, to be one of the Bond girls, which honestly
and got turned down.
No, apparently, apparently she was unavailable because she didn't, she was busy being a teacher sort of thing. And it's like, no.
That's a huge. That sounds like a load of rubbish.
Yeah.
No, offer.
Also, she had a go at me for meditating in class. It's like, you know how annoying it is being in class when the teacher's constantly yapping. Heck, the teacher was late. Why should I stop meditating? Why should I not be meditating whilst I was waiting for the teacher?
Yeah, I don't blame you. I shut off in a lot of lessons with certain teachers as well.
And the teacher was one of those who decided the best way to teach you is to just talk about it instead of a practical, because hey,
it's science.
Yeah, we only ever.
Oh God, no! What's happening?
We got to use Bunsen burners. That was the extent of our practical.
Bunsen burners are fun.
It was usually just like water and maybe some metal thing. We
got to burn like Watsits.
The only other practical we never burned a Watsit.
That's sad.
We
should do it.
The only other practical I remember doing was the one about, where you all went outside and I think it's like basically tug of war.
What?
We
didn't get to play tug of war.
I guess like kinetic. No, it was trying to explain the differences between solid, liquid, and gas by each people with was it molecule or such?
Yeah, we just held hands to do that.
Yeah, we went outside to do it. But
hello, goodbye.
My science was very disappointing. I used to like science until I got into secondary school. Then again, I used to dislike history until I got into secondary school, and then it became basically my favourite subject. I used to like reading until my A-levels.
Yeah, I don't blame you for going off reading with that.
After all, I found out how much I despised Wuthering Heights.
That's funny.
I despised that book.
I'm going to be in a fight.
However, I did learn to appreciate.
I
did learn to appreciate poetry more, such as Goblin Market, the world's greatest children's story. Although apparently my class got fed up when we mentioned Goblin Market, I even annoyed him with the fact that I did actually use Goblin Market as a source in my final English exam.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually appropriate.
Ew.
But yeah, Goblin Market is
They just killed themselves.
Yes, was made to be a children's story, and it is a wonderful children's story. As the goblin with a strange need to describe physical activities going on.
The way children's books should be.
From what our oldest brother describes, he is always seen as the poet as being a very depressing poet.
You are a depressing poet as well.
I wouldn't describe my stuff as poetry, it was just insane ramblings.
That's basically what poetry is, though.
Also, half mine were about romance.
That doesn't stop it from being.
So I'm not
sure. It lived.
So I'm not sure how it became depressing.
Romance is depressing.
Heck, I had a poem about my lack of trying tea. That was, I think, my most depressing one. Oh yeah, and the suicide thing. But that's every poet does that.
Yeah, that's pretty normal for poetry, to be fair. Lack of tea, though.
But honestly, I didn't really consider it much of poetry because there was.
That was funny.
If it doesn't rhyme, can you really call it poetry?
Yes, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, my favourite poems were Goblin Market, which might as well have just been a, story.
Yeah.
And Geoffrey Chaucer's works, which are pretty much stories. It's basically, literature hasn't been invented yet. It's just poetry at this stage.
I am going to die.
And I know that sounds weird because poetry is literature, but you know what I mean. It wasn't written prose per se.
Oh.
That was brutal.
Okay.
You know, it's like everything was poetry back then.
Yeah. Because we didn't know.
But yeah, I do like Chaucer's work, and I'm oddly enough pretty much the only person in class who could understand Chaucer's work better than I could understand Shakespearean. Admittedly, I couldn't understand much about Shakespearean.
Both of them are nonsense, to be fair.
What's your favourite Shakespearean play?
Anything other than Romeo and Juliet. Does that count?
Admittedly, I didn't like Romeo and Juliet or Macbeth.
See, Macbeth I just find entertaining because it's so ridiculous when you actually think about it.
The problem I have with Shakespeare is that I started off with a very bad set of Shakespearean plays because it was Romeo and Juliet and Macbeth, and it's like I didn't like either of them.
Oh, yeah.
Nice save.
Took a while, didn't it?
Yeah. But then I got to read read about Shakespeare plays I did enjoy, such as Much Ado About Nothing, Hamlet. My gosh, that is one of the best protagonists.
Hamlet's just hilarious. To be fair, a lot of his...
And Othello.
All his good stuff is basically stuff you didn't do in
Othello
school.
literally... Igor from... I think it's Igor from Othello is literally the Joker before the Joker was made.
You see, my favourite...
Although the other teacher... Because... basically, the other teacher would always pop in to see art English teacher. But the other teacher always said...
You had Miss Rawlins and it was... Oh, wait, names.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well...
You can say... Well,
I doubt anyone's going to know them. There's like 100 people with those names. And a lot of them have gotten married now. Yeah. Because I believe the one... There's two... There's Miss Rawlins and Mrs. Rawlins now. Because one of them got married to Miss Rawlins' brother, I think.
I was going to say, you could just abbreviate that as Miss R, and I believe the other one was an S, so Miss S.
Yeah. Bit late now, mate.
If you decide to, I'm not sure. If we decide to, I'll just have this on its own, just so we can cut out and play it over. Miss R. Miss S.
But it's not going to matter, mate. No one's going to know them.
True.
They don't even know what school we're talking about.
They know we're in England, though. That narrows it down.
Right, so they're going to hunt us down and figure out what teachers we're talking about by looking up every single teacher in the past, how many years? To try and find out these teachers we're talking about, discussing Othello.
But
and
the
Hamlet.
other teacher that walked in, basically, her idea, countering my idea that the villain of Othello was basically the Joker, was that the villain was gay. But he was also racist.
So we had a gay racist Joker.
Yeah, he was gay for Othello, but he was also racist against Othello because Othello was black.
Damn. That sounds intense.
That's a complicated lore of a ship. From the depths of the sea we emerged long ago.
Seeking the light of the surface in search of a still greater light. Oh, I messed up. I don't care.
We now send this message into outer space, sealed in a disc. Perhaps one day we'll meet others like ourselves.
That was terrible.
Well, I tried to do rap. You tried to do Jamaican.
I don't know what I was. Jamaican is rap.
What? No, Jamaican is the frogs from Legend of Cat.
It's Rastafarian music is very chilled rap, in effect.
I thought it began with a P.
Is Rastafarian racist?
I thought it was like Paka or something like that. What they called their music.
Are you thinking of Peri Peri Sauce?
No! I don't like Peri Peri Sauce. Why would I think about it?
I don't know!
I thought this type of music, the sort of like, you know, the Jamaican sung the, you know, like Under the Sea, for instance, was, you know, like Paka or...
I have no idea what you're on about. Let's just leave.
Under the Sea was sung by a Jamaican, making it a Jamaican song.
That's not how it works.
I think it's close.
That's like saying because it was sung by a black dude, it's rap.
No, but a black dude is not a, you know, country culture. Like a Jamaican.
A black dude is not a country culture.
Like a Jamaican is from Jamaica, but
usually,
black is not a country which you can assign a culture to. I mean,
I'll make it a country. I'll make a country just called black.
Like, you know, like...
all the people from it are just called black.
Like, for instance, you can have, like...
That way you can have black blacks and black white blacks.
Black or Caucasian Jamaicans, or black and Caucasian, Asian, Japanese people. Or, you know, or like black and Caucasian Africans.
Let's just end. This is going down a steep hill which has caused us to be hated.